Well, Pat Boone's been through a lot. He's a fellow who's answered his challenges very well, his personal challenges. He has a lot of faith in God, and he's not too worried about the consequences. So that's good. He's a good guy. He's a righteous guy. He says what he believes, as we all should. Also, we're from a time, when we were growing up. I'm 75, he's 80. It was a time when people expected people to say what they thought and applauded our ability to do so. Now we've gone through a little bit of a time when there's been a little, people are not allowed to say certain things. Well, that's quite silly. I don't like that. It's not part of my growing up, but it's not part of the legacy of America. So I think it's good to step up and say what you think. If you really have feelings, express them.
Mayor Michael Bloomberg at the Harvard commencement speech talked about a liberal McCarthyism that's taking place on the campuses. And he's, you might say, left of center as a centrist. Is that a milestone, you think?
Michael Bloomberg said there's a liberal McCarthyism
on campuses, and that
words, people are not allowed to be conservative on campuses. Is that what he's saying?
Exactly.
Well, I think he's probably right that there's a lot of bias against conservatism, but it comes from a kind of a propaganda movement, and it's been very effective. I mean, they demonize conservatives. The difference between a conservative and a liberal today, as far as I'm concerned, is that conservatives are just people who know a little bit more about what's going on. They look for the specifics, they want to find the truth, and they pay attention. And the liberals of today are really getting the hearsay and reporting it, as they get it from people who are, heavily into a heavy agenda. And I've been one of those guys when in the end of the 60s, early 70s. So I know about that. I know how you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You want to be part of the in crowd, and if there are a lot of liberals, you want to be part of that. But it's done a little damage to our country.